Hi guys, and welcome back for another episode of Let's Play on Midwest Horizon. You'll notice if you watched the last episode that we're farther along than what we left off. Couple reasons why is one, with my brilliance, I had the mic muted for the entire episode that I had recorded. And the other thing I noticed too is of this entire field, is, if you remember, we left off with just doing the one headland at the top up here, and in that 30 minutes I was only able to get the other one done. So what my thought is we will do this episode. We will probably only get part of the field done, and as I've got the equipment parked over here, I think I'm going to finish off screen. We'll do one, maybe two episodes of doing these sugar beets, and then I will finish it without recording it, or maybe I'll do a half hour now and then go across it and then do a half hour at the end to show the finish of it. 10 I'm going to plow up, as that is sugar beets as well, and this is just, it's too time consuming for a let's play. If I was playing this game by myself, I probably would keep going, but now that I've wasted a minute talking about that rather than having the harvester go, and they're going to go here. I want to get it lined up straight. I can't remember if this version has a multi-terrain or not. So we will have that hired worker get going, and basically we're going to spend the entire episode hauling sugar beets to the one sell point, and that's about it. And if you've watched some of the other episodes, you'll realize that my brain and mouth does not function for the first 5 minutes of the video. It takes a few minutes for the mind and the mouth to get on the same page as to what my thought process is and to spit it out, as they say. So there we go. We've got one load, and let's get trucking. I did try making a time lapse. I did have a software. I think I mentioned it in the previous episode. I can't remember if I did it on the one where my mic was muted or not. So you may hear a lot of stuff a second time, since I can't remember what I said in the last one or the one before that. So I did get find a software for making a time lapse. It wasn't to my liking. The video was choppy. I didn't really like what came of it. And if nothing else, maybe that's what I'll do for finishing it off, is put a time lapse in. It's gonna, with the disclaimer that it is going to be for quality. The other thing is too is just know, not that advanced in my YouTubing yet for getting the music embedded that's not copyrighted and things like that, so it might be just I've got to figure that out too and get some music added to it, because my guess is you're not going to want to hear, as I'm having trouble driving as well, you're not going to want to hear me at a fast pace talking, or the in-game music at a fast pace, is that's about what you're left to. And I don't even know if you can play the in-game music on YouTube without it getting yanked for copyright. That is one thing that makes backed up here. One thing that makes for a better play experience too is getting some tunes playing in the background. Spotify, listen to music of your choice, things like that. As you can see too, with the getting unloaded taking a little bit, I just don't know if 5 6 episodes of this would be what you'd want to see. And I guess I could get a in-game trailer that unloads faster too and speed things up, but I have kind of a preference. I like this trailer as it's realistic to what most guys around here use for hauling. I myself have hauled a load of sugar beets with that. Not just a load, but I guess a season. I drove a truck that was pulling all here. Let's see, Aulic Industries. And that 15-228, if you're interested, that actually is a number system they have. The 15 means it's a 2015 model, and it's trailer 228, so there probably is an actual trailer out there with that number on it. I believe I was pulling one that was 13, so this is newer than the one I even got to pull. There we go. So, slowly but surely, another 12,000 harvested. Let's see here how long this round trip takes. See how many we're going to be doing. I have a feeling about 5 or 6 loads might be our limit in my time allotted here that I have per episode. Nice countryside drive. That cornfield, one day that gigantic field will be mine. If I'm still playing this map. As of this recording as well, Welker Farms did come out and has been out. I did actually did a map tour of it and kind of a review on it, and it's a nice change of pace from this map, but still kind of not what I would want or would be looking for, as in for doing a let's play. I would say I prefer this map over that one, so I'll stick with this one for now, especially since I've kind of started in here a good few episodes. I don't really want to change midstream. I think what I might do, the mod contest is going to be coming up soon. As of recording this, as you may be watching this months from now, or a year from now, or years from now, who knows. But with the mod contest coming out for this year, there's usually some good mods and some good maps in that, where it'd be fun to see some of those maps. That's what I may do instead of starting another series right away. Is just kind of go through the different mod contest mods that they have created, and just kind of see how they go. See if there's any decent maps. I know the MNO Millennial Farmer, Minnesota Millennial Farmer, he'll be having his map come out. That's one I'm interested in seeing. We'll see how that one's done. Hopefully to my liking, or maybe it doesn't matter what I like and you guys will want to see it. But I have a feeling that one, judging by just kind of the sense I'm getting of the community, that might be one that's going to be high on a lot of people for doing a video of and playing of the Let's Plays like that. So I'm gonna kind of look for maybe a map that there's lesser people playing on to kind of give variety. That's why at first I kind of hesitated with this one even. There's a good chunk of people playing this map, but at the same time, it's for the play style I wanted to at least starting out making my first Let's Play series, since I've not done this before. It's one that I wanted to start off with to make sure I could play kind of the way I wanted to get a start. Then as I get more of you hopefully interested in following, subscribing, so if you want to subscribe, I would hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos, or to know when I'm going to be making more videos and when I post them. But without input or really people following yet subscribing, I needed to start, and I decided to start with my kind of play style and make it somewhat realistic to how I farm in real life and how I do things. But I'm open to suggestions. I know one thing. I only raise chickens. I think I've said it before. I only raise chickens in real life. So one thing that'd be interesting too is maybe getting some cows, going through that. We used to raise pigs. There's a mod too, the confinement barn, where you're able to get, can't remember how many pigs it is, but that would be something that growing up that we did. So it would be interesting or cool for me to be able to do the same thing again on here and kind of have a smaller acreage farm and do pigs. And to go through the process of raising the animals, but not having to deal with the smell. There we go, start this load. That's one thing, those of you that may not have animals or raise animals, those that do kind of understand this, those that don't, it's a smell that gets in your nose and it gets in the pores of your skin, and just that dust smell. It's more the dust than anything, and it's just constantly smell of it, and don't really realize it until after you've been out of it for a while, where all of a sudden nose refreshed, skin refreshed, and wow, yeah, quite the smell. Something you get used to. It's not that I hate it, it's just I breathe a lot better. I think the dust is more than anything, not so much the smell, just the dust associated with it, especially doing the pigs. I'm noticing it with the chickens a little bit, just the feed dust. I suppose if I was a responsible person and wore a dust mask like I'm supposed to, then it probably won't be as bad, but alrighty, we'll get this unloaded and get another 12,000. And yeah, it looks like maybe about, for how long it's taken, maybe maybe three more loads for pushing it. As we sit here and twiddle our thumbs, waiting for the beets to get emptied. And actually, at the rate the harvester's going, I think we're getting back about the time it gets a full semi-load for us. So the only way you'd really be able to get them harvested any faster or get the beets lifted any faster would be to have more trucks, and without more people, that's kind of difficult. I'm sure there'll be some people say, but course play, and it's just something I have tried a little before, but it's one of those things where it's kind of finicky sometimes and conflicting with certain mods and things like that. And anytime if I get one of those mods where it's a nice mod, works great, but has issues with some other ones that I like to use or play with or can cause with issues, I kind of get rid of it just to kind of not have issues or not worry about them. I have enough trouble trying to remember to turn my mic on when I'm recording. I don't need to be causing other issues. My guess would be, let's see, just getting down to the end. Only half a load. So I think while we wait for that, well, my guess is we may only get 1 or 2 more loads here now at that rate. And I say, let's get some tillage started. Ooh, wrong button there. There we go. There, I can get these potatoes dug up, get that done with, get this plowed, do our quote-unquote fall tillage for this, and that way we will be set up for doing our spring tillage and then being able to come out and plant. I don't know exactly yet what we're going to be putting on to here. I know where the bean field and the cornfield were. That's going to be corn. And then I just kind of have to look at the other fields as far as to what we're going to be having. We've got that one field of barley already. But as I've said in other episodes, I'm looking for just a corn and soybean rotation. So when we get to the point where getting close to doing spring tillage, I should have a plan figured out by then, but I'll take a look here for what we're going to do each field. And there's your slightly unrealistic bit for the day. As chances are you would not drive up on the road to square it off. You'd get close and then back in the corner like this, which I guess I could do, but and there we are, as you can see in the distance. Shut this off for now. Time for another load. Start in the front, gives you weight for your traction tires. And then work your way towards the back. And look at that. It actually does not have enough lifted for us to have a full load yet. And with the lifters around here, the elevator that takes the sugar beets to the truck, that is actually on the other side of the lifter. That makes it easier for the truck driver to be able to tell how close, how far away to get. and also how far to be away with feet. Usually by this point, with one of those being pulled by a tractor, you're still trying to be able to see how far forward to get. So, pull it on the highway here, it's easier going. And we do drive the trucks through the field for beets, right along the lifter. Unless we're opening a field or it's really wet, then there is a cart for it. A little bit of leg there. But otherwise, when it's good going conditions, it's drive out in the field right alongside of it. So, park that truck there. We'll finish our way around this field here. Through the water. Just a mirage, just a mirage. And actually right here on the other side of the driveway here, I can't remember if that's field 12 or 13, but that'll, might even be 11. That's going to be, I think, one of the first fields we're going to look at getting, just since it's right here on the other side of our driveway. As the other ones to our right, those are more expensive, much bigger fields. I think we'll go for this one here. And looking at our map here at the bottom, kind of wait for a direction change there. Looks like it's getting there to make the turn. Alrighty. We'll get this one topped off. And as you can see in this episode, we're getting closer and closer to the end. Well, getting closer and closer to the end of the episode, and we haven't even finished this side of the field yet. So that means maybe 2 more, maybe 3 more episodes. I'll stop at the stop sign twice next time. Nice field of cotton. This map is based in Ohio, I think, and did not realize they grow cotton in Ohio. I'd probably be able to plant sugarcane too. Did not realize they grew sugarcane. One of the fun aspects without the seasons. Which, speaking of which, that'll probably be one thing I will wait for as well for making a new thing of Let's Play. And that's one thing I may think about doing as well too with this series, if Seasons comes out, since there is a update version of this map, may also wait and just make sure that it's season supported. But with Seasons coming out, when that does come out, start either update this series or start a new series where we've got seasons, and actually probably every series going forward will include seasons, just because it makes it the most realistic, unless we have some kind of silly series where you're unlimited money just doing whatever you want kind of thing. But with my more realistic Let's Plays, I'm going to want to stick to having that seasons once it's available, just because it kind of helps sort the seasons. And also, you know, I've been playing this series for a little while. I can't remember what episode number we're into, but we have yet to make it through day 1 yet. So kind of shows you that doing basically an entire season in one day, whereas with that, at least then there'd be a nighttime and daytime, and then I can try and maybe get it where each episode is one day, get it where the time is traveling fast enough where 30 minutes would actually be an entire day, and try and get a day's, you know, not a day's worth of work done per episode. And I think one thing I'll do too is, if I can figure out which map for starting up a second series or a second Let's Play, until I figure out time-lapse software that'll work. One thing I'll probably do is pick a map with smaller fields, or a little smaller map. That way we progress a little bit faster as far as per episode. As it seems like with this current rate, it's probably going to take, looking at how long it's taking us, and it'll speed up if we only have 2 different crops as well, but it seems to be a episode per field, episode and a half per field. And we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, well, it'll be 5 fields. So you're looking at about 15-20 episodes per quote-unquote season, and it'd be nice for something to progress a little faster. Even for myself, for recording it, it just seems when I get done with an episode, there's just doesn't seem like that much time has really passed by. No, and I've been running with the mini map open in the bottom left here this episode as well, just to be able to see where that lifter is at. In real life, you'd have radio communication with it, so you'd be able to tell where to go. It looks like it's just getting to the other end. So we are going to pull in here, straighten out. That will be parked there for the day. Yeah, this is just turning around. I've only got a couple minutes left of the episode, and it will not make it back in time. We'll see how long it takes to get to the other end. For that, we may have to stop it halfway down. And we are reaching that time of this episode where we're reaching the end. So if you're enjoying what you're seeing, subscribe. You'll get that way you can get the notices for when I've got a new video posted. If you don't want to subscribe but you like what you see, at least give it a thumbs up. And if you have feedback, feel free to comment below. That way I know, like I've said, without any feedback, it's kind of hard to be able to tell what direction to go, and just kind of going the way I think I should. We'll park that one right there for now. think as soon as this one gets to the end, that's when we will call it a day. So I hope you guys have been liking the series so far, if you've made it this far. And hoping that if you are watching, that you continue to watch. And just trying to get started and get my feet wet in this making YouTube videos. So with that, there's the end for that. Fire the worker, you're fired. Engine off. So yes, subscribe, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.